Hey guys, it's Sam with the Blind Spot. I've had a lot of questions about Eyez recently. I mentioned them in another video that I made. A lot of people have been wondering what I was talking about. Eyez is this new device that just came out on the market back in June, so very, very recently. But it's a new type of wearable assistive technology. It has magnification as well as OCR and can really do a ton of things. So I was very fortunate to be able to demo this new device. The developer, Sean Tibbetts, came to my work. He's actually pretty good friends with the executive director where I work, and so he came to give us a private demonstration. We were there for a couple hours, learned a lot about the device. I recorded a lot of footage. Unfortunately, I can't show it all in a YouTube video because it would be like 2 hours long. So I've cut out a lot of the stuff that's not really as important, a lot of the background, the story behind the device, the R&D that went into it, the team that developed it, but I've kept in the highlights. And even keeping in the highlights and the information that's really good for you guys to know right now, it's still going to be a long video, and I apologize for that. But what I was thinking I would do is I would release this video now, and in about a week I'm going to do a live stream on my YouTube channel where you guys can write in the chat feature, write in and ask questions that you're interested to know about the device. That way I can go into more depth and more detail and hopefully give everybody a better idea of what it is, how it works. I'll also be giving my impression of the device, whether I think it's a must-have or it's a not, whether I think you should go out and get it or save your money and wait for the next thing to come out. But I'm thinking about doing this live stream this weekend, Saturday, September 17th, probably in the afternoon. Watch this video and then stay tuned my YouTube channel and on Facebook. I'll be releasing more information and a schedule of when that live stream will go live. But thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you get some good information out of it. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer those. Hit the like button if the video helped you out. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date with all the videos coming out in the future. This is Sam with the Blind Spot. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Well, thank you all for coming out this morning. I really appreciate everybody dedicating a little time to meet with us and talk to us and give us a chance to show you what we've been working on. I'm Sean Tibbetts. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called CyberTimes. CyberTimes, we actually got it off the ground last February is kind of when we got our start. All of this stuff, the products that we develop actually all come from people asking us to solve a particular problem. So we started working with them and put our application on their device. And this is actually the whole device right here. So it's small, it's wireless, it's Wi-Fi capable and Bluetooth capable, but neither of those things are necessary to use it. And it clips onto your existing glasses, or it comes with glasses, and it can clip onto either the left or the right. So there's a whole lot of advantages this had over glass, and we really liked this product. It's also a full Android device, so it has email, calendar, maps, barcode scanners, Google search, all of that stuff built into it, along with our application, which is, we call it Eyez, and it does magnification up to 15 times in real time with no lag, no fuzziness, none of that stuff. And it also has the OCR engine built into it. And one of the things that we found working with the Wilmer Eye Institute at Johns Hopkins was we had the magnification, we had the OCR, and there's an issue in OCR called area of interest. And it's that when I'm looking at an electric bill as a good example, I don't want to read the kilowatt hours and all that nonsense, I just want to know the amount due. And so what we ended up taking it to, the current version, you can actually OCR just the zoomed in text. So I can zoom in onto just a couple of words and have just that piece read back to me. That's what they do. Pretty darn cool. They're also adjustable and flexible. So the lens itself rotates up or down 15 degrees out on the front. The arm itself can be pulled back or forth about 1.5 inches to adjust where the focal point is for that individual. And it's a flexible arm, so if they need it up high or down low or in the center or off to the side, we can adjust the arm and put it wherever they need it to be able to work for low vision folks. The folks that we have using it, we've been running trials for about 1.5 years. We just released the product in June of this year. So it just got our first real paying customers, that kind of thing. The coolest thing we're using them with is in DC we have the metro system. But in the low vision community, blind community, there's a problem. When you go into a metro station and the train comes in, it says, doors closing, this is the red line to Glenmont. So the doors are shut before they tell you which train it is. Yeah. So we actually have folks using the glasses at the moment that when they hear the train coming through the tunnel, they turn and they look towards the train, tell it to take a picture, and then we find the sign on the train and read it back to them, whether it's a red, yellow, blue, green, whatever. The OCR engine that's built into them, it supports over 100 different languages. So if we have somebody that needs it in Spanish, German, Italian, whatever, it doesn't matter. It also does right to left languages, so Arabic, Hebrew, Chinese, all of those languages can be loaded into it. It supports 160 different font faces, so pretty much anything you could find on a PC somewhere, we know that font. And so one of the tests I did on these, I was actually going to present at a group in DC, and a bus pulled up behind me. So when I had them on, and I looked at the bus through the rearview mirror and snapped the picture of the identifier on the front of the bus, and sure enough, it read it back to me.
Through the mirror.
Through the
wow,
mirror.
that's...
Yeah.
So it's reversed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we run it through, with OCR, the hard part of OCR is not actually reading text. It's actually really, really easy and has been figured out for a really long time. The hard part for OCR is preparing the image to be read. That's the thing that requires the most processing and the most experience and the most amount of work. So with these glasses, what we actually do on them is before we ever submit it to the OCR engine, we de-skew the text if it's been taken at an angle, something like that. We'll straighten it out. We de-noise it, so any extra little dots, that kind of thing, we take all those off of it. We de-gauze it, so like Times New Roman and all the fonts with the little flourishes, we take all of those off. And then we blow it up from a 72 DPI image to a 300 DPI image, and then we run it through the OCR engine. And it does all of that in a couple of seconds and starts reading it back to you. So the device is a commercial device, comes off the shelf. This is actually the package that it comes with. So there's a nice little hard carrying case that it comes with. It has there's the frames that it comes with. They're kind of some standard glasses frames. It also comes with more of the work or sport style frames that wrap around and cover your eyes a little bit more. It also has this version of the frames that we can get if somebody wears their own glasses. They can use these to set on top of their glasses, and off they go. We also work with a company called Rochester Optical that if somebody wants glasses like this, they don't want to wear the frames on top of them, they can get frames from Rochester Optical. There's about 8 different styles, from the big 70s bug-eye style down to the skinnier ones, you know, that kind of thing. And they already have all the mounting hardware built into them. They do non-prescription, single vision, bifocal, or progressive lenses. And so they can send them their prescription, they can tint them, they can do whatever they want to them. So it's kind of a little more stylish option, that kind of thing. But by default, it comes with these frames, the wraparound frames, the device itself, and there's several little pieces and parts that it comes with, including the clips to mount it to either the right-hand side or the left-hand side. And it also has little earpieces that I don't put them on the demo pair for fairly obvious reasons, but there's a little rubber piece that goes down into your ear, and it'll help block out some noise and makes it really easy to hear, that kind of thing. They're actually OSHA qualified because they use them in all these manufacturing spaces, so it's an OSHA qualified earpiece. The device lasts for about 6 to 8 hours on one charge. Takes about half an hour to charge it. And then if you run out of charge, it actually comes with this little battery pack that will extend it another 6 to 8 hours for you. And because it's an Android device, if you have those little phone charger things, the USB charger thing, that's what it uses. This is basically one of those. So you can plug it into one of those and off you go for several more hours. It's an Android device. So every app that's out there for Android, if you use Tap-Tap-See or something like that, install it on the glasses and off you go.
And there's no separate processing unit, or like it's all right there.
This is the whole thing.
Gee, what
Yeah, the only time there's a wire is when you're charging.
But it works with iOS also.
Yes, it can pair to either an Android phone or an iOS phone. And the only thing we actually use the phones for is either, Wi-Fi hotspot, that sort of thing, if you want to use Wi-Fi on the go. The other thing is the keyboard. I will say that the keyboard that's built into the glasses has a long way to go. But there is an app that it pairs with on your phone that when you get to a screen where you need to be able to type something in, it'll pop up the keyboard on your phone. And that way, typing in Wi-Fi passwords and stuff like that, we actually tell you to use the keyboard on your phone. Don't try to use the keyboard on the glasses. So there's one there. It's just kind of, it's a little hokey. Yeah. So they have Google Talkback. When we ship them out, they come to us kind of a clean install. We install Eyez on it. We install Google Talkback on it, so it has the speech stuff going on. And then we customize it with whatever language pack they need. It also uses, because it uses Talkback, there are about 130 different languages it can speak to you in, and you can choose the voice. So we get a lot of folks that, even though they speak English, they really like the Spanish accent or the English accent version of the voice, and they'll pick that voice to have it talking to them, that kind of thing. So that's what they do. It's kind of what they're all about. That's one of the other differences with us is once you pay for the app, we actually don't have annual maintenance fees. We don't charge for upgrades and updates, and we actually issue monthly updates. So the August update, the one that's coming out this week, I'm headed to the engineer's house on Wednesday to run the last round of testing, is a high contrast mode. So that when you've got the video up and you're doing magnification, be able to flip on high contrast. The other thing, we just got invited by Google to work with their Google Cloud API system. And so we've gotten access to the Cloud Vision and Cloud Speech and natural language processing systems. So we have 5 interns working with us that are working on Cloud Vision API that we're adding facial recognition, object recognition, and logo recognition, all processed by the Google Cloud API. So and all of that will be pushed out to our users for free. When you're inside the Eyez app, you can go to the settings screen and there's a Get Latest Version button. You click on that button, runs out to the server, downloads it, installs it, restarts itself, off you go, and you got the latest version. There is a new version of the glasses coming out. These are the M100s. They announced at CES the M300s are coming out this fall. And we're really excited about the M300s. It's a faster processor and newer camera, all this kind of stuff. But I have no desire to put our users through the first 6 months of a brand new hardware device. So I told them, you put it on the market for 6 months, let everybody else work through the bugs and whatnot, and then we'll move Eyez over to the 300s.
Does the video camera have the stabilization?
It does image stabilization. It also has autofocus built in. So we've got folks that, some folks that have a little bit of a hand tremor or head tremor, and what we actually find is most often in training, people are really nervous, and so they'll kind of be shaking a little bit when they're trying to snap the pictures and whatnot. And yeah, so we use the image stabilization and autofocus to fix that.
What's the resolution of the camera and the screen?
It's the screen distance is the equivalent of a 27-inch screen at 6 feet, and the resolution is a 1280 by 920, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really high quality camera. The other thing that we liked about this as opposed to Google Glass is with Glass it was clear, and so if you were in a bright sunny environment, something like that, the screen got hard to see. This one you can see it's actually enclosed, and so it's just bright as day all the time.
Good.
Yeah.
And what are you selling these for?
$1997, so under $2,000. Because the other thing with these is, like I said, the only time I want you to get your phone out is when you need the keyboard. Everything else is happening on here, including email and calendar and text messaging, and it's a Bluetooth headset, so you can take all your phone calls through it. It actually gets controlled in 3 different ways. You can use voice commands to use it to open up apps, and in our app you can say zoom in, zoom out, take picture, that kind of thing. There are also buttons across the top that when we were doing our testing, we actually only had the voice commands available because we wanted everything hands-free. And everybody told us it was really annoying in the grocery store to keep saying, take picture, take picture, take picture, take picture. We were driving them nuts. So we actually used turn the buttons on for that. And then right here on the side, there's actually a gesture sensor where you can move your hand back and forth or in and out. And so you can zoom in by swiping your hand, take a picture by moving it towards your head, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Let's try it out. Let's try it out.
So this is what it looks like when they're actually all mounted up. There's got a little clip on the side that it's fairly easy to do. It just clips onto the side, and then there's a round piece that goes over the ear side, and a little trough right here that holds the arm, and you're set. So, and if they wear their own glasses, then we have these that actually sit up a little bit higher, and you can clip it onto these and wear them over the top of your existing glasses. So, and there are 2 different sizes of clips to raise or lower it, that sort of thing. There's one thing I'm going to do to them real quick here. I'm going to hook them up to our little Bluetooth speaker here. So I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. It's actually talking to me at the moment through the earpiece.
Ready for connection.
But we're going to hook it up to our Bluetooth speaker here so that we can all hear what's going on.
Got a question.
Yep.
What's the weight?
Bluetooth
About 4.5 grams.
devices.
Yep.
Music's home.
There we go.
Music's home. Search.
There we go.
Showing items worth
This is a bug that drives us a little crazy where it's reading all these different devices. So let me show you one thing real quick. So remember, most of our users get a 2-hour training session. But the things you need to know right off the bat is across the top here, there are 3 buttons.
Okay.
There's button most forward, the one in the middle, and then one towards the back.
Okay.
Okay? So the one at the front we call right, the one in the middle we call left, and the one at the back is okay.
Okay.
All right, there we go. So go ahead and pop those on.
Are your hands trembling after this?
Yes, actually, yes.
Everybody gets nervous. It's the funniest
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. And that's it. So can you see them, or do we need to adjust them for you? The screen is just top of your right eye, towards the right a little bit.
I see that there's something there, but I can't tell what's on the screen
Okay.
or what's in the screen.
Sure. So we can adjust them in and out and all that kind of stuff. We just don't do that with the demo pair for fairly obvious reasons. Eventually it would wear out, that sort of thing. So go ahead and use the right button to scroll around on the home screen. Keep going back and out just a little bit. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, so what am I actually doing here?
You're on the home screen at the moment. So we're going to browse till we get to the Eyez app.
Okay, I am not able to see
Settings. Showing items
It's going to
10.
talk to us, so it's going to keep going.
Music's home. Audio recorder.
Keep going.
Showing items. Music's home. Calendar.
Keep going.
Showing items. Music's home. Camera.
Keep going.
Showing items. Music's home. Clock.
Keep going.
Showing items. Music's home. Contacts.
Keep going.
Showing Music's home. Gallery.
Keep going.
Showing items. Music's home.
What am I looking
All-in-one
for?
downloader.
Eyez.
Showing items.
We're almost there.
Music's home. Browser. Music's home. Calculator. Music's home. Eyez.
There we go.
There we go.
So hit the OK button all the way at the back.
374182 to navigate home.
Okay.
Eyez.
There we go.
Eyez is ready.
There you go. So now it's ready. So it's on the magnification is actually how it starts out. So, and I've got I think I have the voice control turned off because I usually turn it off when we're doing the speaker. Because when you say zoom in, it says zooming in and you end up in this quick endless loop.
Echoing.
Yeah, it says zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. We learned that the hard way in a demo. So, so we turn the voice commands off for this stuff. But if you hit the right button again, you'll hear it say zooming in.
Okay. Well,
Zooming in.
There we go. Keep going.
Zooming in.
One more.
Maximum zoom.
There you go. So it tells you when you've reached the maximum and the minimum. If you hit the left button, we'll zoom back out again.
there it is.
Can you speed the voice up?
Huh?
Can you
yes,
speed
you
it?
can control the pitch and the speed and all that stuff.
Zooming out.
One more should tell us minimum zoom.
Zooming out. Minimum zoom.
There you
There
go.
we go.
So we're all the way out. So now hold our piece of paper here.
All right, give me that paper.
So right here is the perfect training moment. If you guys see where she's looking, she's actually kind of looking at Sam and the camera over here as far as the camera is concerned. So you want to look down just a little further, and maybe hold the paper up just a little bit higher. There we go. And then we're going to hit the OK button back here at the back to snap a picture. So I already hit it for you.
Whoops.
It's all right.
I've readjusted.
We may get a really screwy OCR result from this one. But, yeah, we should have heard it say processing image, so we may have missed something here.
All right, let me try it again.
Sure.
Which, I hit the OK button?
The one all the way at the back.
Alert Eyez is not responding.
Oh, let me see him real
Would
quick.
you like to close it?
You broke them, Teresa.
Yeah, that happens. There
OK
you go.
button.
Hit the
Music's
OK
home.
button.
Navigate.
Eyez. Let me see the paper real quick. Okay.
Oh, you made it forward. Image.
There we go.
Your ID 3 grams GA.
Yeah, we are looking someplace weird. So let me see him for a second. I'm not going to take him away from you, I promise. Let me just see him for a second. Because with the demo pair,
USB
we actually do
connected.
keep the images on, so I can see what you're looking at. So let's go to our M100. Open up the storage, go to pictures, sort them by today. There we go.
See, for me, I only have
Yeah, so-
peripheral and lower. I have no
Right.
central or upper, so that screen up there is hard for me. Can you
Looking
put
at the
screen?
picture that you just took,
Uh-huh,
and you're getting the very top of the computer screen,
okay.
right? So what
I need to come down more.
yeah, what it actually picked up is it saw a piece of the water bottle there and started reading that to us. Yeah, so you're looking up a little bit too far.
Mm-hmm. Oopsie.
That would be your week 2 of using that. You'll figure out.
Okay. Come down more.
Right. Well, and because it's, you know,
N I would H I W O L V F 1 I 11 H 1 H H B money W M U H.
It saw something, but it is thoroughly confused. So let's see what it thinks it saw. So, and the other side with screen reading especially is I'm not trying to replace JAWS, right? JAWS and Window Eyes, they do a good job, they do what they do. What we're trying to do is when you're at a machine that doesn't have it.
Well,
Right,
I
that
have
kind of
Zoom
thing.
text, and there are some pop-ups that it won't read.
Right.
And if I have OCR, I can just capture that pop-up.
Right.
But my problem is that when there's a pop-up, there's going to be other text in the background.
Sure. So with this, now what I see is you got a good shot of the computer screen,
Mhm.
but we're zoomed out pretty far, so the lighting in here is a little different. So we would probably get a better result if you zoomed in 1 or 2 times and then.
I could also turn off half the lights. Would
Yeah,
that
go
help?
ahead and
No,
turn.
less light is bad for taking pictures. Less light is always bad.
But on a computer screen though, would it reduce the glare?
We're not. It's not really a glare issue that we ran into.
Okay,
It
so we
was
want to
just
zoom in, which is right.
one all the way at the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
So
seemed to
it's
be a
not
lot of light
giving
in on the view when I was looking at it.
It's a really bright screen.
So I zoomed in
Right, screen.
twice, and now I'm going to
Yeah.
try it again.
That's one of the things we liked about it better than
And I
glass,
got it right
is
about
because it's
there.
got that case around it, the screen is so much brighter and easier to see. And so when you're outside on sunny days and that kind of thing, you can still see it really, really well.
It's like your hand blocking the sun.
Right,
Right, it's
exactly,
shade.
exactly.
Well, I took it.
It's okay.
It's not saying processing much stuff.
Yep, we're gonna look at some of that. There we go. And that's actually the app on your phone that, this runs on Android or iOS phones, that it'll pair to do the keyboard and that kind of thing. And I'm in the web browser at the moment, and you actually need the app to be able to scroll. So I'm scrolling down here to our first search result.
Coke 6 minute shop now. 6 Coca-Cola Classic 12 Fluos can.
Fluos, it's fluid ounce.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's kind of how the barcode thing works, is you, we're changing this because this part is a pain in the arse to have to use the phone to scroll through. So that's part of the August
so it
release.
doesn't just tell you.
No,
Because-
with the August release it does. As of
Okay.
Wednesday, when I
Okay.
get to Rex's house and we run through the testing, it'll actually be in, there'll be barcode scanning. Instead of running a separate app, it's in Eyez. And so you just choose barcode. And the other thing that we're doing is, at the moment, it can be a little hard to find the barcode. We've been having some trouble with that.
Right.
So we updated the way that it searches for the barcode, that it does all of our image pre-processing while we're searching for barcodes. So we actually find them a whole lot easier and faster and that kind of thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like if I couldn't see it all and I held this up here, and
Mhm.
I could just turn it, and then once it
Once it found
sees
it,
the
it
barcode,
would.
it will beep.
Yes.
And then
The
will
problem with the can, I get this one all the time too, the barcode's upside down.
it?
On that one, you actually need to hold the can this way for it to read the barcode.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it doesn't,
And that's only soda cans that happens to you on. Soda bottles and everything else, they're the right way. Canned food, they're the right way. Boxes, they're the right way.
but what if
Only
I have
soda
the box
cans, they
upside down, the barcode upside down?
Barcodes don't matter. They can be upside down. That's fine.
So
Yeah,
horizontal.
the box is actually the right way.
Okay, but what if I'm holding it like this?
Then you run into the same problem.
If I'm totally blind, I can't tell. I'm just gonna be holding the box. I don't know which way is
So
right side up.
let me teach you a really cool skill about boxes and cans real quick.
Mm-hmm.
On boxes, the boxes are always barcode placed in the same place. If you feel where the edges of the box are, the corners, where you would open that particular box, you're always going to find the barcode either in this corner or this corner on every box. They're all done the same way. And then on cans, it depends on where it opens. If you're finding it on the short edge, it's because it opens on a different edge. The barcode is always to the left or the right of the opening edge. I promise you.
Okay.
I promise you.
Can you get that brownie box?
But a package of frozen peas.
Clicking my zoom in twice.
Uh-huh.
I just go back and.
Over to your right a little bit. Right a little further. Right there. There's your
So. Clicking this back button.
I believe you. You can see, I think it's actually showing us what's going on. Yeah, it's still a live display. You're actually kind of looking towards the bottom of the computer screen at the moment. You can see where you're at.
Over there?
Uh-huh. That may be zoomed in one too many. Go out one for me. Oh, it just took the picture. Yep. There,
Let
mine.
me go out one more.
Yeah, I think what it took a picture of was my Google Chrome tabs. And I feel bad because I think I have like 30 of them open at the moment.
So can I over confuse it if I take a picture?
Processing image.
There we go. Next.
I add 2 meters high.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, this is definitely going to take some training.
You got Mike's shirt. So it read the stripes on Mike's shirt as an eye. Yeah, and then the other one, you got the edge of the computer screen. So
Okay.
that's what I was saying, right? It just takes a little time, a little practice,
Yeah.
figuring out where to look. Because
Yeah.
it's going to find text, right? If there's something that even feels like text, it's going to find it and read it to
Craig
you.
or Sam?
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Is that the-
That's the screen and the camera, yeah.
Good. Oh, okay.
You would pop into view for you there.
Oh, I see it.
Almonds are good.
Almonds, yeah.
Go
So
ahead,
tilt.
I'm running my lunch.
Okay.
So this will move.
Yep, it'll move up or down.
What do you think,
So that tilts up and down, and then let me see real quick, we'll pull the arm out for you, and that'll
Okay.
be easier.
I can barely see it. It's there.
Okay, let's pull the arm out.
Okay.
At any cost, yeah, wonderful, but.
So that guy adjusts way out, and you can move that a long way.
It's an Android platform.
And it's zoomed all the way in.
No, it won't move all the way out.
Okay, that's right.
Does that make it a little easier to see?
Almonds are good.
And there's
Where's the buttons at?
Yeah, it's
Come
a
towards the back a
wonderful
little
box.
bit. And actually, you feel the big plastic chunky piece? There you go,
Yeah.
right on it. That's the button at the back.
Yep.
It's a
And
nice
there's a
little
button in the middle.
protein
And one
snack instead of carbs.
When they're first learning, they close one eye so that they can find the screen. We see a lot of winking during that 2 hours.
I'm winking at you, Sam.
Yeah.
Just trying to find it. I really don't even know what it is I'm looking for.
It should look like a little TV screen to it. And the other thing we find, you see her turning her head back and forth, that kind of thing. That's one of the things we work on too, is no, it's your eye, look to the right, look up, look down, wherever you're trying to find it. And everybody does this most of the time. Like, no, just your eye. Because if you move your head, the screen's moving too. You know,
Well, I was trying to decide where I'm aiming
Like
the
a dog
camera.
chasing his tail.
Move your eye to get
spinning in circles.
It's right here. Yeah, your finger's on it. So if you come forward just a little bit, down, you feel that little hole right there. Right there.
Oh, yes.
That's the
okay.
camera.
So it's right below here. So far, I'm not really detecting this.
That's where your modifications
Let me
come
see.
in.
Yeah, a little piece of
Maybe
electrical
it could
tape.
just be that my eyes were too far gone. I don't know.
Well, or it's just the location, right? Because the other thing is we move this guy all the way to its furthest out position. See if that makes it a little easier for you.
And then, Sean, while you guys are adjusting, has anybody, have you guys thought about using these with bioptic driving at all? Is
I
that
get asked
possible?
about driving all the time, and no.
Yeah.
And the primary reason, one of the things that we've worked really hard to do is to not be classified as a medical device.
Yeah.
So that's actually the reason why I don't collect the data. I had lunch with the director of the FDA and asked him point blank, what will classify me as a medical device? And it's claims like that, making a claim that I can provide some form of therapy, or if I collect data that could be used to design a therapy, then I'll get classified as a medical device. And so we work really hard to stay on the augmentative side, more like hearing aids. Is that better having it pulled out further? You seeing something?
Yes, I'm seeing something, but
Okay.
I don't know exactly what I'm seeing.
Okay.
That's why I was looking at the sign
Uh-huh.
back here to see. And am I at the point where I can zoom in and zoom out with the
Yeah.
right and the left?
Yeah, you should be on.
So
Here.
there's, okay, there's left, there's right. So,
Zooming out.
Hey, Sean, I was curious, if the screen saver play a role in the size of the screen on your...
For some folks that just can't find it, right? It's just too small. And for a lot of the folks, so especially in StarDart's world, we actually see a lot of StarDart's folks that can find that sweet spot, and off they go. They use it right in their peripheral.
okay,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
You see where my thumb is on the bottom?
You're on the, oh yeah, that button on the bottom is the power button.
Okay, that's in
You
a bad
want to avoid
place.
that button.
That's in a bad
Yeah.
place, because when I'm trying to push down, that's exactly where I squeeze.
Right.
For that left button, it needs to be out of the way.
On the 300s it is.
Move that for me.
On the 300s it got moved.
Move that button.
Otherwise, you have an anchor on your...
Oh, it just read it to
It
us.
just read it.
Yeah, I think you just took a picture and it
did.
read it to us. Yeah.
I hit the okay
I would
button.
say Bluegrass Council of the.
And let me zoom back out, because I don't know how many.
In.
Whoops.
Next, we're zooming in.
Zooming out. Minimum zoom.
There we go. So you're all the way out.
So, Sean, I want to reiterate what you said about, and for people who might be watching the video in the future, that it's not necessarily for people with low vision to help them see better, or it doesn't have to be. You were saying that people with no vision at all can benefit from using this.
Oh, absolutely. Where we actually started was total blind. So that's where we started. And then we started working with these focus groups, and low vision folks were using it, and that's where the magnification request came from. They said, well, I don't really need it to be able to read text because I can hold a piece of paper up and read it, that sort of thing. But if you could magnify the text, then that would help. And that's where we really got into the low vision side, was magnification. And one of our user stories for that I actually really like to share was she was filling out a form at the DC Center for Independent Living, and she kept doing this where she'd hold the form up and then fill in the one field and hold the form up and fill in the one field. I said, Kim, put these on. And we put the glasses on her, and she started filling it out, and after about 10 minutes she looks up, she says, I haven't done this in 10 years.
Oh.
Where she was just filling out a form on a table and off she went. It had been years and years since she'd done it.
What you doing, charging or?
No, I'm plugging it in so that we can actually, there we go. Now on the computer screen, I can actually see what the glasses see.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
That's so cool.
Yes, ma'am. So
You didn't tell me about that
to show
before.
everybody else in the room. So we have the glasses hooked up with the USB cable at the moment. And what you see on that screen is kind of a blurry, laggy version of what's going on in the glasses themselves. So this is the home screen, for example. And I told you we were scrolling left and right, that kind of thing. This is what we're talking about when you're saying scrolling left and right across all the applications. And then when we go into CyberEyes, for example, we'll open CyberEyes. There we go. You should be seeing me look at Sam. There we go. And we get the famous picture of the camera, taking a picture of the camera. Right? There.
Yeah.
At our maximum zoom. So, and Teresa, what you were saying was you were having trouble getting it to see the whole sign, and I'll bet you if I turn these guys around and look, it's probably that, yeah, we're just way too close to the sign to be able to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we help during the training process, as we plug them in so that the OT or the ATP can actually see what's happening real time, and no, you're looking a little too high, you're looking too low, that sort of thing, and really help adjust that process. Yeah. And then, of course, hooking it up to the speaker, everybody can hear what's going on too, so we can hear where you're navigating, what it's saying to you, that sort of thing.